Good. So we promised some numbers and figures, and the reason for this presentation was in the past we had, let's say, some comments about our pricing increases and pricing structure. So we wanted to be really fully transparent as SwiNOG to show you what's going to happen with the money that you or the sponsors are going to pay. And there's a small disclaimer. All the figures, they were reverse engineered in many pizza nights. Handily guesstimated, of course, with a lot of coffee in support. And of course, any real world accounting resemblance is totally coincidental. So I hope you're going to have some fun, at least with numbers, because finance numbers normally are not fun. So who has a mobile phone in his hand? So we are going to make a small quiz together. I'm going to show a QR code. And the winner who knows everything or who ranks on place number 1 gets a free entry for the next SwiNOG meeting. So let's start. There should be a QR code up here. I hope you can see it. And scan it also from the last row. Huh? So there are some people coming up. I mean, you just need to find out the name afterwards if you are the winner. So keep memory of what you typed in here. I have some idea who is 73. That guy. We only have one Anita here. That should be easy. So let's wait for another 5 seconds. $97. Do we reach 100? Okay. Anyway, let's start because my friend is going to wave otherwise with the minutes. So you put it away. Okay, thanks. So how many people registered for today's event? You have 10 more seconds to log in your answer.
You have to be fast.
Fast is always good, but don't make mistakes. So let's see. Wow, 71% got the right answer. Congratulations. 161, 159. So the first Gorton event was on SwiNOG 20. That's the first time we moved up here. Olivier, to answer your question, this was SwiNOG 20. And I'm quite proud that we have such a high show rate in those events. I'm not sure if this is dependent of our refund policy, so people are coming because we say we will not cash you back once you're ill or something like that. But 96% show rate for such events is not normal. Let's put it like this. And I'm really happy because we really want that everyone can participate and enjoy those events. So this is a screenshot of our internal registrations. Let's move to the people. How many people do you think are coming from the canton of Zurich or registered from the canton of Zurich? I don't know where you got up in the morning and had your first coffee. So that's based on the registration address. Majority is right. 60 people are coming from Zurich. So let's move on the other side of Switzerland, from the Lake Geneva region. So Geneva, Lausanne, the Vaudois. How many people are you thinking are coming from there? Maybe you heard some French accent today that might help to answer those questions. Yeah, right. We have 12 people here coming from there. Which brings me to this statistic. So if I look at the statistic and the map, where are the people coming from? We have someone registered from San Jose. We have a young lady coming from a town of Järfälla. Yeah, Amanda? And so we have 26 guests from outside Switzerland. Thanks for traveling here today. It's really great. And you're enriching the community. That's really cool. And the rest, you can see there are some clusters. There's a huge cluster around Zurich. There's a cluster around Bern. There's a small French cluster down there, those 12 people. And Basel is like 9 people today. Inner Schweiz, so the central Switzerland, is like 10 people. So it's really cool. You can see from everywhere in Switzerland, you see people traveling to here. I don't know how much time it took from school to here in the morning. Probably they started traveling already at 2 o'clock in the night. So let's go to the cost side. What do you think is the price tag of one attendee? So if you're here, how much do we need to pay for one guy being here at this conference? What do you think? What is our cost per participant? We have something from 125, the amount you paid, to 300. What do you think? Ta-ta! We are, for the last SwiNOG, we paid like 246 Swiss francs per participant, whether they show up or they don't show up. Because we need to tell Gurten how many people are coming, and they are sending us the invoice. Even for those 9 guys not showing up today, we need to pay. So, how much do you think was SwiNOG 39, the overall cost? That includes the Gurtenbahn ticket, the food, the location, our wonderful guys for the videos. So you can have it on YouTube later. Well, you have a good sense of budget. We need to increase the prices because we are quite cost effective. We paid 32,000 Swiss francs. And out of this, how much profit did we generate on the last event? Small spoiler, we haven't been to Hawaii during our holidays or staff meetings. How much profit did we generate? Minus. Very promising, thanks. It was almost 2,500 Swiss francs for the last event. And now I'm happy. Who's BG? Steck? Who's BG? Thanks. Come afterwards, after my presentation. I will send you a voucher for the next SwiNOG meeting. Cool. So congratulations to BG. So I promised some numbers, and because there are so many numbers, I put them so small on the screen so you can barely read it. That's on purpose. No. This is the really full transparency of our finances over the last 9 years. As you can see on this line, not every SwiNOG meeting is generating some profit. Fortunately, sometimes we have a profit, like this time. We always calculate our prices this way that we are ending up more or less zero at the end of the event. So you can see there are good years and bad years. Of course, the Corona years, there were no events or we hadn't any sponsors. You can see the meeting fee stayed quite stable for the last couple of years, except for, I think this one we increased. And you can see in the meantime, our average price per participant is increasing because everyone around us is increasing the prices. So you can see totally transparent what we are doing with the money that we are getting or collecting from you guys. And if you say, well, there's 1/3 is coming from the attendees and 2/3 more or less is coming from the sponsors. Why is this not reflected down here? It's because all the speakers, they are getting a free entry. So everyone who's paying something is also paying for a little bit share of the speakers. So my professional tip for next time, if you want to save some money, CFP, call for papers, submit your presentation, and if you get accepted, you get a free seat. I hope those numbers are not shocking you or whatever, but we really wanted to make sure to get some transparency to you guys so you can see that we are working with what we have. And that brings me to the last point. We want to continue developing SwiNOG a little bit. We had the problem this time. We had to really make a hard cap. It's still the same link. You don't need to scan it. We had to put a hard cap on 160 people because in case of bad weather, eating inside, having the presentations is a little bit limited by space. And there are 3 questions that we are asking. The first one is also, we might think about changing location. Changing location will also change our price structure. Because bigger locations, bigger prices, more effort, more to organize. So one of the question is, how much would you be willing, how much you think SwiNOG is worth for you if you want to come in the future? You can answer this. We will collect the data later. The second question is, how many SwiNOG events you want to see a year? Is 1 enough? Should we go back to 2? Over the last couple of years, we always had the problems. We had no sponsors, so no money, or we had no presentation, so no content. This changed a little bit over the last, I think, 1-2 years, where we have enough presentations and we have enough attention at the sponsors that we might get back to 2 events. So that's a question to you. How much do you want? 0, more than 2, 1 or 2. And the last one is the option A is we stay here, we stay in Bern, maybe a lot of the location, we find another solution with the Gurten if we want to open up to 200 people or 250 people. The option B would be, well, what if we go once to Zurich and try out to have another location like the Samsung Hall, where we got an offer that is not too much higher than we have here. That would give us the benefit probably also to attract more international guests, because traveling is much easier from Zurich just to Samsung Hall. It's like 10 minutes, and then they can take the plane in the evening, which is not so easy here. Right, Amanda? You need to travel back to Zurich, stay one night.
Not if you want to be here.
Or option C, we had this idea yesterday during our general meeting, have the first or 1 event fixed in Bern, and we have a moving event once in Zurich, maybe 1 in Geneva, the second event traveling around. That could be. So this survey gives us a little bit of input where we should develop. Of course, at the end of the conference, you're getting also a survey about today. But if you have any ideas, really, we are open for any input, recommendations, and we want to listen to you because we are doing this for the community. We're not doing this for us. We are doing this for you. I open up the discussion. Anita, please. Where's the microphone?
Where are you?
Simon, come on.
Coming. Hi, I'm Anita from. You're too slow. Sorry.
I'm really sorry for Simon. What you don't know is he became father like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he's a little bit tired. So, Simon.
So thank you, first of all, very much for listening to the community. That means for us a lot. What I would appreciate in the future is that you communicate how you want to go forward. If there will be a conference, if there will be a conference over 2 days, I think we are all good to go with everything as soon as we get the possibility to meet this amazing community again.
Thank you.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you for your input, Anita. Will, microphone to Will, please.
Yeah, well, I'm taking this opportunity to ask everyone about the sponsoring, because we discussed that last time. I said, oh, maybe we can also consider small sponsors. And how many companies would be interested in sponsoring the SwiNOG event for, let's say, between 1,000 and 2,000 francs next, or like at some point, because I think it's something reachable by small companies. Anyone interested in that principle? Just like a small sponsorship and so on?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, okay.
Okay, thank you.
So we need to adapt our sponsor sheet. So in case you're looking for sponsor opportunities, just go to swinog.ch/sponsor. And there you have our today options that we have today, which are those packages that we are offering. So we might offer a 5th one in that case. Thank you, Will. Any other questions? Doesn't look like this, huh? So everyone is thirsty. Simon, should we open up the... I need to keep talking. No? Ah, Simon wants to add something.
I need to close. I'll be quick, but there are 2 very important things I need to say. And can you move your laptop?
Of course.
All right, now I have to install everything.